If you ever want to scare someone, give them a flare and tell them to use it only when it's really necessary. Here, look, do you like my beach? Starts here and ends there. I can't see the road to get in yet. Leo was here. A little chill camping holiday on the Mediterranean. Can't really recommend a place other than this one. It's so beautiful. Why are you not here? What are you doing? They do rock climbing here.
Des zones que personne ne va là.
Ouais.
Personne. Nous on fait ça en trek, on fait trekking, on fait pour 7 jours là.
Okay, shit. So this guy runs something called Adventure Albania, or Albania, I'll put a link below. They do various trips, adventures, expeditions around Albania. So he knows Karaburun very well. Alright, I need to explain the whole thing. I will show you on the map in a minute. Do you want the good news or the bad news? Right, let's start with the bad news. So let me explain. Coming up beyond Dhërmi, which is the next town, there is a coastline of 50 kilometers, which is pure wild. No one lives there, even shepherds don't go there. The only people who do go there are drug smugglers that start from there and take boats to Italy and France. How's that for a start? So I've got 50 kilometers to swim in the next few days with no real places to stock up on food and water. There is one exception to this. So with Saimir and with Ron Burgundy and Agustin, a couple of days ago I went to Dhërmi, and there we asked around.
Under 30 kilograms, is
130 kilo shark. Exactly where I'm gonna be swimming, somewhere over here. I wish I had any idea what's going on. And eventually we found people who own a tiny little beach bar restaurant, a cafe, a restaurant, a thing that people can only reach by boat. On a little bay, about 15 kilometers in to this national park.
Philip.
Tomba. They said they would help me out.
From to here, yeah.
So when I get there, I will have their assistance with a boat to drop off some little packets of water and food along the coast in sheltered bays, where I can then swim to, stop, refuel, chill, and then go again.
With the red big bottles, fill the benzene and pay the benzene there. That's the only money they make.
Win! I don't know how long it's going to take me. I expect at least a week. Apparently here the sea is completely different to everything I've seen up till now.
Quella zona le correnti si mischiano perché è tutto il canale, in mezzo canale ci sono le correnti molto forti, dipende da che parte vengono, non è possibile prevederle.
Up till here the sea has been pretty calm. Every so often a little bit of wind comes along, shakes it up for a few hours, and then it goes back to the swimming pool that you've seen so far. Up here it's open. There is nothing between here and Italy. So the waves are able to build up much more, and it's open to the whole of the north side of the Adriatic. When your average person in a village who doesn't know much about the sea tells you something is dangerous, you can probably take it with a pinch of salt. When an expert, when a guide, when a local guide tells you that what you're doing is madness.
Ho tentato anche con il kayak e non si sono riusciti. Poi sono venuti dall'esercito per tirarli.
Two things. Things get interesting, but you better watch out. You better plan carefully. And when they hand you one of these...
Speriamo che non lo usi, speriamo che non lo...
So I now have a flare. If you ever want to scare someone, give them a flare and tell them to use it only when it's really necessary. Shit. Okay. So that's the bad news. Oh yeah, the good news. The good news is I found time. I hadn't found time yet.
Toute la Caraboron,
Ouais.
mon avis, moi je te dis qu'il faut pas faire, il faut pas le faire. Il n'y a pas de l'eau, il n'y a pas de réseau téléphonique, il n'y a pas de personne, il n'y a rien là.
Let me just explain. I'm not saying it's a clever thing to risk your life. I'm not saying that when an expert, a guide, someone who knows, when they tell you that you should not do something or that it's very dangerous, I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm saying that if they say that, and if it's something that you really want to do, that is where you start preparing. That is where you come up with different options, different plans of how you're going to do it and how you're going to get out of there alive. But these are often the best types of games. Do stupid things, but be very prepared for what's coming up. Be prepared for the consequences and have plans, good solid plans that you know you can stick to, goals that you know you can achieve. If people hadn't done that, we as humans, we wouldn't have gotten very far. That's just my opinion. Now go and do it, go and do it. Okay, enough talk. Back to the swimming. I've still got to get to Dhërmi. Ciao. That's time. That's time. I hadn't found it yet.